Welcome to this presentation on Paras Defense IPO. This is a no-frills presentation. The basic objective is to provide you the facts that can help you to take an informed decision on whether to apply for the IPO and subsequently whether to sell it on listing or hold it for short to medium term. Paras Defense and Space Technologies Limited offers a wide range of products and solutions for defense and space applications. The company is coming out with an IPO. Paras Defense IPO is priced at rupees 175 at the upper end. It opens on 21st September and closes on 23rd September. It envisages a fresh issue of shares amounting to rupees 140.6 crore and an offer for sale for about rupees 30 crore. The total size of the issue is around rupees 171 crore. 35% of the IPO is reserved for retail. There is an anchor portion as well in the IPO. Paras Defense and Space Technologies was incorporated in the year 2009. It is engaged in design, development, production and testing of defense and space engineering products and solutions. It caters to all large defense companies in the country, most of which are government controlled like ISRO, DRDO, Ordnance Factories, and all PSUs like HL, BL, etc. The company has two manufacturing facilities at Narul in Navi Mumbai and Amarnath in Thane. As of 30th June, Paras employed 341 employees. The products manufactured by Paras Defense can be broadly categorized into 5 categories. First is defense optics, which involves manufacture of high precision optics for defense and space applications, such as thermal imaging and space imaging systems. Next is defense electronics, whereby Paras Defense manufactures high performance computing and electronic systems for defense applications, for border defense, for missiles used in tanks and naval applications. Under heavy engineering, the company makes components for rockets and missiles. This may involve very intricate components which need special skills which Paras Engineering has acquired over the years, and it provides manufacturing support to important verticals like space and defense. Under electromagnetic pulse protection systems, the company offers EMP racks and EMP filters, which are used for protection of data and power lines from electromagnetic interference. The company also operates in niche technologies and has partnered with some of the global leading technology players to offer indigenization solutions to Indian defense industry. Paras Defense is a R&D driven company and is in the forefront of developing unique products and taking new initiatives to meet the ever-growing needs of defense and space sector. It is developing new products and solutions such as hyperspectral space and drone camera, avionic displays, and naval periscopes, which find use in submarines. It's also developing unmanned aerial vehicles, that is UAVs, CubeSats, and anti-drone systems. It has some interesting subsidiaries. One of the subsidiaries, Paras Aerospace Private Limited, will be deploying a cloud-based NPNT solution. NPNT stands for No Permission, No Takeoff, which is a software program that enables every remote piloted aircraft to obtain a valid permission through digital means before operating in the country. It's also developing an indigenous multispectral camera for applications including agriculture. Paras Anti-Drone Technologies aims to be one of the first indigenous anti-drone technology development companies in the country. The client list of Paras Defense is quite impressive. It contains almost all big companies in defense sector. as well as in the space sector, starting from ISRO, DRDO, Bharat Electronics, Bharat Dynamics, HAL, ECIL, TCS, Solar Industries, a private sector company, Godrej Bias, again a private sector company. It also caters to various foreign customers. Bharat Electronics Limited constitutes 16% of the revenue of the company for the year. If we look at the financials of Bharat Defence, sales have rather been stagnant. EBITDA margin is good at about 30% in FY21 and has improved over previous year on a post-issue equity of 40 crore. The IPO is being offered at a PE ratio of 44.33, which is a bit expensive, but still okay considering the growth. Other important parameters of Bharat Defence. Order book at the end of June 2021 was 300 crore. This is a significant jump over the previous year. The working capital cycle has increased for Bharat Defence from 160 days in FY18 to 336 days in FY20. This is perhaps due to longer production cycles, due to which company's operations are working capital intensive. This is also reflected in debtor days, which have increased from 62 days in FY18 to 225 days now. Debt to equity ratio has, however, declined from 0.6x in FY18 to 0.5x in FY21. Return on equity has been 12.9% average over last 3 years. Long-term rating by CRISIL is BB plus negative. Outlook is negative. It is not good. It is not very good. Short-term rating by CRISIL is A2. Bharat Defence doesn't have any peer in the listed space. At the upper end of price band at rupees 175, Bharat Defence is being offered at a PE multiple of about 43 times based on its FY21 earnings. Keeping in view its dominant position in the market, it operates, good growth potential, technological prowess, the issue looks okay, even as the valuations are stretched and the financial performance of the company is not at all impressive. It may be noted that most defense PSUs are trading at quite lower PE despite reporting good profits. Risks. The business of the company depends heavily on projects undertaken by central government and government agencies. Business is working capital intensive. Revenues of the company have not moved up in last 3 years. It is very poor credit rating, BBB plus with a negative outlook. Some salient points about Bharat Defence IPO. The company undertook a pre-IPO placement of its equity shares and allotted shares worth rupees 34.04 crores. These shares were offered to investors at rupees 125 per share in March to April and subsequently at rupees 160 per share in July 2021. 50% of the business of the company comes in the last quarter. This is on account of its PSU clients who work this way. The issue constitutes 25% of the post-issue paid-up capital of the company. That is, it is about 25% dilution. Geography-wise, about 24 crores revenue is earned by the company from export and rest is from within the country. Bharat Defence has the ability to make high-quality optics and ultra-precision components. It caters to some of the large defense companies and government-sponsored defense research organizations in the country like ISRO, DRDO, etc. It has a monopoly in space optics, which has very high entry barriers. The company is well positioned to benefit from the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India initiative. The company is also planning to participate in production linked incentive scheme for defense exports. Financial management of the company leaves much to be desired. A stagnant top line over the years, along with a small size of operations, is a matter of concern. Thus, the company's financial performance is not very encouraging. Over the last 3 years, it has reported a 1.3% decline in the top line on a CAGR basis. In the same period, there has been a 14.4% CAGR fall in the earnings. However, EBITDA margin during the period was good and have ranged in 26 to 30%. EBITDA margin expanded to 30.3% in FY21. Promoters currently hold 79.4% equity in the company, and post IPO this will come down to about 59. To apply or not, I intend to apply in Paras Defense IPO. In fact, it's a must apply. It may give good listing gain. If allotted, I would retain it unless the rates are very tempting. It's not due to financials or valuations, which are not very supportive, but due to growth prospects. Allotment in the IPO is likely to be quite tough due to small size and the type of premium it is commanding in the grey market. Some thoughts on listing. Listing is a factor of many conditions and depends on market at that time. Paras Defense IPO GMP is quite high at this point of time, but GMP can be misleading. I expect Paras Defense IPO to stand firm even if the market shows some meltdown. Given the significant potential in the Indian defense sector and company's track record, if allotted, I may give it some more time before selling. Initial listing of Paras IPO will be in T2T group, which will restrict price movement and trade. Thanks.